Good day, everyone. So, for today, we're going to talk about the relation of roots. So, let's say we have the quadratic standard form of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So, we are talking of relation of roots. Okay. So, we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So, we all know we have two roots here since we have a power of 2. Okay. So let's say the two roots are denoted by R1 and R2. So that is for root number 1 and root number 2. Okay. So applying the quadratic formula, we have x is equals to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so that is the quadratic formula. So what we're going to do is we're going to describe the relation of the roots, okay, using the quadratic formula. Okay, so let's have first the sum of the roots. Okay, so what is the sum of R1 plus R2? Okay, so that is equal to, if I'm going to use the quadratic formula, so that will be negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Since I'm going to get the sum, so plus. So the other one is negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So as you can see, I separated plus and minus since those are the two roots. Okay, so that is equal to, okay, so just copy the denominator since that is a common denominator and then add the numerator. So negative b plus negative b, so I have negative 2b. Okay, and then this one, okay, this radical minus this radical, so that will be cancelled out. Okay, so since positive square root of b squared minus 4ac minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, so cancelled out. Okay, so we're only left with, okay, so I just erase this one. Okay, so we are only left with R1 plus R2, that is equal to, cancel 2, so we have negative b over a. So therefore, the sum of the roots is equal to negative b over a. Okay, so how about product of the roots? Okay, so let's have R1 times R2, that is equal to, using the quadratic formula, negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a multiplied by negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so next is we simplify. Okay, so negative b, by the way, let's start with the denominator. So 2a times 2a, that is 4a squared. Okay, so since this is a binomial multiplied by a binomial, okay, so we apply FOIL. Okay, so let's have the first term, negative b times negative b. Okay, that is, okay, positive b squared. Okay, then let's have the outside term. Okay, so negative b times this one. Okay, so it will become negative b square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay, then the inside term, this one, multiplied by this. Okay, so that will become negative. Okay, by the way, since this is positive multiplied by positive, so this will become positive. Okay, and then this one, positive multiplied by negative, so that will become negative b square root of b squared minus 4ac. And then the last term, okay, So this is the last term is 2. Okay, so this is the last term. Okay, so that will become square root of b squared minus 4ac times the negative square root of b squared minus 4ac. So square root will be cancelled out. So that will be negative, okay, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so that's it. Then we simplify. Okay, so obviously this will be cancelled out. Okay, so we are left with b squared, okay, negative, distribute the negative sign. So negative, that is b squared plus 4ac all over 4a squared. So b squared will be cancelled out. So we are left with 4ac over 4a squared. Okay, so cancel 4, cancel a. So we are left with r1 times r2 is equal to c over a. So these are the two important relationship of the roots. Okay, so sum and product. So for sum we have negative b over a, and then for product we have c over a. Okay, so that's it for the introduction of the relation of the roots.